Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. The Activision Earnings Call has just taken place, and it's at this time of year that we always hear about Call of Duty. We hear about the revenue generated from the previous release, which was Black Ops 4 in this case, and we look forward to the future and see what's going to be the deal with COD 2019. Now, in this earnings call, there have been a bunch of really interesting little tidbits that they've slipped out, and I'll be talking about those in just a second, but first I want to quickly say Activision also announced that they're going to be laying off around 800 of the company's employees who are not focused on core businesses. Maybe they're focused on sort of more fringe activities that the company's pursuing. And I just quickly want to say, as much as Activision has a bad rep, as much as people make out that they're the devil, that they're sticking their fingers in the pies of all these companies that are developing games for them, I've got to be real with you all. The people that I've worked with at Activision, the actual human beings on the ground doing the work for that company, have only ever been incredibly nice to me. They've been really helpful and supportive to me over the years, and so my condolences go out to all those people who have lost their jobs today. I'm just hoping that it's not anyone that I know at the company personally, because they've only ever been great. However, these things do happen, especially in games, and I'll put some links down below to a couple of different companies that are hiring, just in case that's helpful for some of you if you've been laid off today, but fingers crossed you haven't. So, news about Call of Duty. We're going to be talking about Modern Warfare 4 and zombies and all sorts of stuff, okay? First of all, Activision say they have high expectations for this year's game. That's COD 2019. And they say they're extremely excited for what it represents. The game is rooted in franchise history and is developed by Infinity Ward, but they do say that unit sales may be lower than Black Ops 4, which is really interesting. So World War II sold an insane amount. That game sold really damn well, and kind of surprisingly so, and then Black Ops 4 sold, decently well, but it didn't break expectations and break records. But now they're saying that unit sales are going to be down as their prediction, which is not something that you would normally say in an investor call, unless you were pretty confident that it wasn't going to sell as well as the previous game. So curious to see what that's going to end up meaning, but that does not mean that we shouldn't be excited for the game, because they say they're continuing their partnership with Tencent to bring a new mobile Call of Duty game out. That's not to worry about, though. They say they're investing a lot into COD's development and to bring new content more often. Lots of changes are happening at the company this year in order to facilitate this. And they've also said that the team is building what the team believes to be one of the best Call of Duties ever built. That's the sort of thing that you might expect them to say, but in the context of where they said it, it was just during the Q&A, their CFO saying that it's one of the best ones ever made, and that there's hype amongst all the studios for this one COD title. That seems to be kind of at odds with the fact that there's going to be fewer unit sales, right? Like, it's a bit of a weird clash there. They mentioned that the February 19th content drop is the biggest content release for Black Ops 4, which is interesting because the previous Operation Start, which was in December, had those multiplayer maps and then the zombies map, and the next Operation starts in a week, and we still have no zombies trailer. If it's going to be one of the biggest content drops ever, i.e. maybe 2 zombies maps, it would be real good if we got a trailer. Just saying, that would be real nice. The most important news, though, of all of this is the quote that COD 2019, developed by IW, like I said, will have a campaign, a large multiplayer mode, and a new co-op experience, or new co-op experiences. That's a little bit of a sort of scary comment, because it sounds like, okay, we'll have a campaign. We don't know if that's going to be like Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, or if that's going to be its own kind of fresh campaign, but it will have a campaign in the box, that's fine. It'll have large multiplayer modes, like COD always does. That's not really a surprise. But new co-op experiences. Does that mean that we're not getting zombies in COD 2019? Is that what's happening? Because my prediction, assumption, etc. for a while has been that there would be no zombies in COD 2019 in Modern Warfare 4 or whatever it's going to be, and instead, Treyarch would do 2 seasons of zombies, and that would carry on for 2 years. But if that happens, what are we getting instead? What are those co-op experiences going to be? Is it going to be Spec Ops? Or is it going to be something else entirely? Extinction? Like, where are they going with it? We just don't know right now. This is something I will come back to, but I quickly want to just say 1 or 2 other things because the call is ongoing as I say this. They got asked about free-to-play for things like Blackout, and they basically gave a non-answer, which made it sound like Blackout was not going to be going free to play too soon, but it's something that they're obviously aware of other competitors doing with games like Apex Legends, and obviously Fortnite's been free to play. And they also commented on the decision to split with Bungie, saying that it was finalized in December, that decision, and Bungie approached them to go independent, and Activision agreed because of the lack of revenue. So it was a mutual thing. Bungie said, hey, we're kind of wanting to go and do our own thing, and Activision were like, okay, thumbs up, off you go. That's basically everything that's happened in the call. Now let's just quickly loop back to that comment about co-op modes and the fact that it's a game set in franchise history. I mean, it's pretty obviously going to be Modern Warfare 4, I think. But then there's just all these other questions that surround it right now. I mean, do you think it should be Extinction? Or should it be Zombies? Or should it be Spec Ops? Or should it be something else entirely? Would you prefer a Black Ops 4 Season 2 for Zombies? Or would you rather that Treyarch were able to go and develop whatever else they're going to be doing for their next game, and instead have Infinity Ward do something to fill the gap, or maybe have a break year entirely? Or maybe have one of the other studios like Raven, High Moon, etc. Maybe have one of them come in. Hell, Vicarious Visions, who've been working on Destiny, they're going to be freed up a little bit now. They've worked on Season of the Forge. Bring them right over to Zombies and have them develop an experience. That could be cool too. There are a bunch of different ways that this could go now in the future, and it's going to be in the next sort of couple of months that we start to hear about what is actually going to be coming down the pipeline. However, for now, as is usually the case, this call is basically all we have to go on. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you want to see Zombies from Infinity Ward or Treyarch or a different company entirely in 2019 at the end of the year? And also, let me know your predictions about when you think it's going to come out. Are we going to go for October again, or is it going to be back to November now? I think that we really should be going back to November, because clearly releasing in October meant there were just a month's worth of bugs that they needed to fix still, but maybe they'll be going for October as a regular thing now. We just don't know. Anyway, I've been MrRoflWaffles. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Drop a like if you've enjoyed, subscribe for more gaming news, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.